But there's a lot on the line in this football game. 27-24, it's the final 10, 12 seconds. And Matthew Stafford airs it out to Tutu Atwell. D. Alford's hand grabbed on to Atwell's arm. Mm-hmm. No flag. Now, you two both see this play differently, and it's interesting. Right. Quarterback and receiver, one actually says, well, maybe the defender wasn't at fault here. Joe Buck and Scott Van Pelt were talking about, hey, that just robbed Matthew Stafford of the MVP. How do you see this play called? How do you see this play unfolding? Should it have been PI or not? Milt, why don't we start with you and take it from there, fellas?
Yeah, no. I think they got it right. The thing that stood out to me about that play was the receiver. He initiated the tugging, and that tugging goes on more so than what people realize. And what happens is when they slow it down, that changes everything. When you slow down the play, you could probably call PI 90% of the time when it's in slow motion. But when things are in real time, you don't see that. And you have to allow the DB some leeway. You have to allow him to, and they allow this, majority of the time, some tugging and some pulling, just like they allow the receiver some pushing and tugging. So the right call, in my opinion, was called on that play. I know some people may disagree, but as I alluded to, when you slow down the play, it just magnifies it and you can see everything. But in fast motion, when things are going at game time, at real time, you just don't see that. So I think they made the right call.
See, I go the other direction because I think what happens is over time we've allowed more and more physical contact. I reference the NBA, you could call foul all the time. But if you go by the rule, he bumped him, he hit him, he pushed. But now they allow the forearm. It's like going down the field. They actually teach defensive backs now. When the guy reaches for the ball with two hands, grab the inside arm and pull it down. But turn your head and look for the ball when you're doing it. So if you turn your head and pull the arm down, they're not going to call it. But you're still pulling. If I'm a receiver if I'm a receiver reaching for the ball with two hands, and all of a sudden I only have one hand, that affects the plays. A lot of times the officials decide in their mind, did it really affect his ability to catch the ball? And then they say, no, it didn't. I'm not calling anything. I've always been a guy that it's either interference or it's not. It's by the book. So that's always the way I viewed it. I remember getting very frustrated as an announcer watching all these plays because of the hand fighting that goes on. If they would call the darn hand fighting, it would stop. And then you're running down the field. But because they don't call it, and I said it earlier, you go back to basketball days with John Thompson in Georgetown, he had his guys beating the heck out of people, and they became the best defensive basketball team in the country because they would just foul all the time, and they can't call it all. And that's what's going on, especially in the offensive line, and now with wide receivers and DBs. They can't call it all.